My people, my BFM people, how on a day? How on a day today? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency, Oyendo Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. His Excellency, ESN, Ekpa, Simon and Joko, for the job Simon has done so far. I want to say, Simon, we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you because we know in your hands, Biafra has come. In your hands, Biafra will be safe. And in your hands, now that Biafra has come, the people of Biafra will rejoice. Oh my God, have mercy. Lord, have mercy, my people. My people, my people. I want to say also, may God bless the Deputy Prime Minister, alias Chief of Staff, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, for the job she's doing. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown, my doctor. It is not easy. We know the enemies, they have come. They assumed when they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, that was the end of Biafra. But there came Simon Ekpa, and they assumed if they connive with those from the southeast, those are our own brothers, Makobi Wanne, those that we are fighting to liberate. They assume if they could connive with them, give them some dollars, bring in Bianca Ojukwu, bring in the wife of Nnamdi Kanu, bring in the DOS that was created by Nnamdi Kanu, bring them together, go to Finland and blackmail Simon Ekpa. They assume by doing that it means we shall not declare on the 2nd of December, and also that Biafra movement is null and void. It becomes a death movement, a defunct movement. But we thank God that while they were doing that, they were looking at 2nd of December. They did not see. Lord have mercy. They did not see our sister Ngozi Orabueze doing what she has to do for the liberation of Biafra. We thank you, our doctor, for taking your time to outsmart them and declare Biafra on the 29th of November. My fellow Biafrans, what you are seeing here is the tabloid from the zoo, the dirty, gutter, evil, satanic media from that shithole called Nigeria. A place where you say they are enslaved. A place where you assume because they are enslaved, it means they will probably turn around and embrace their savior. But in Nigeria is a peculiar case. A place where those who are being, suffocated with poverty, those who are being oppressed, they love their oppressor. They love their slave master. They bow down for their slave master. They go into tribalism for their slave masters. Those they call the politicians. They kill, they maim, they destroy their neighbors. They burn down the businesses of their neighbors. Just to, to appreciate their own called politicians known as their slave masters. Lord have mercy. Today, you see what is happening in the media? They have come with lies from the bottom of hell. They are saying Simon Ekpa is in a prison. Not only that, they said he's in the maximum prison, the toughest prison in Finland. Lord have mercy. Also, look at Punch News. Punch News writing their own, saying the same thing. They call him the leader of IPOB. And today, I will tell you why they call him the leader of IPOB. When I keep telling you guys, you should be careful that do not give your, oh my God, hey, don't give your Moses and your Joshua to Pharaoh. You guys don't understand. Why must you allow the FULANI CABAL to outsmart you again? Igbo, the Biafrans, why must you allow the FULANI CABAL? Those you say they are not educated. Those you say they suck the breast of their cow. Those you say they shower with the urine of their cow. Those you say they make love to their cow. Today you are allowing them to outsmart you. Look at what Punch is saying. The leader of IPOB, Simon Ekpa, is being held in a prison, a maximum prison, one of the toughest prisons in Finland. You guys were wondering. Kanunta came out and said, no, don't involve Simon Ekpa with IPOB. He is a content creator. Do not involve Simon Ekpa with IPOB. Kanunta Kanu, speaking like a fool. It's obvious that you are foolish and stupid. You are myopic in the way you reason. If you think going to bed with the caliphate means they will release Nnamdi Kanu by Christmas time, hello, I've got news for you. What you have done was to allow the caliphate, the Fulani cabal, the Nigerian government and their military to kill two birds with one stone. But we shall not allow them to go scot-free with this one. But what you are doing is to influence and help the activities of the criminal Nigerian military and their government to kill two birds with one stone. They kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. Till this day, nobody has spoken about it. And today, you same people, you are working with those, you are collaborating with those, you are partnering with those that went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu against your brother Simon Ekpa. Kanunta Kanu, you should be ashamed of yourself. You assume that talking that, oh, Simon Ekpa is not part of IPOB. It means somehow the Nigerian government, they will now play second fiddle and release Nnamdi Kanu while they have Simon Ekpa in Finland. That is the biggest mistake you are making. Today, I will show you that they have now come back to IPOB and ESN. You have given them the chance to kill two birds with one stone. They have come back. That's the perpetrators. Those doing the killing in Biafra land are IPOB and ESN. Musa is back. He's back on his media tour. He's going again from media to media, saying that no, the problem, we are back to square one. The problem is IPOB and ESN. So to those out there who said, no, blame Simon Ekpa, it means everything will be fine. The Nigerian government will love us. They will release Nnamdi Kanu. They have gone back to the first one, where they started from, saying the problem is IPOB and ESN. My people, if you doubt me out there, I will present to you two things. I will show you where Musa again is back. Today, he's back, saying that the problem in Southeast is IPOB and the ESN. It means Nnamdi Kanu is guilty because he is he's the founder of IPOB. It means today Nnamdi Kanu is still guilty because he's the one that created the ESN. When we who are learned speak, unfortunately, the Biafrans allowed those non-entities, those people who are of lower grade, functioning illiterates, you allow them to hoodwink you. The Fulani, they are back, saying that the problem in the so-called Southeast falls on the shoulders of IPOB and ESN. Musa is back. Musa is back. The Fulani man is back. Musa is back. The one that want to Islamize Biafra. The one helping the caliphate to Islamize Biafra. He's back. Without any much further ado, I want you to hear what he said. They are back to the main thing again. The number one plan they had, their plan A, to hold down Nnamdi Kanu because of IPOB and ESN being the terrorists, being those terrorizing their so-called Southeast. Ah, God, as the saying goes, had I known comes at last. We warned these guys. We warned the so-called DOS. We want those who say they believe in command and control. We want them, but they refuse to listen. They've given their Moses and Joshua back to Pharaoh. They've given Nnamdi Kanu, and they want to give Simon Ekpa back to the caliphate. Lord have mercy. You guys, you disgust me. Without any much further ado, I want you to lend me your ears. Listen to what Fulani is saying. General Musa, listen to what he's saying about IPOB and ESN. And it will blow your mind. You guys are stupid. You are foolish to assume you can go into a partnership with the caliphate. Haven't you learned from the Yorubas that went into an MOU? Haven't you learned from Afonja, who went into a partnership with Alimi and his son, Abdul Salami? Haven't you learned? You bastards! Lord have mercy. Ah, Simon Ekpa. Obatobie. Watch this. Watch this.
I mean, with the arrest of Samuel Ekpa, you can imagine what has gone up. People are even speaking up in the southeast now for the first time. The stay-at-home thing is now being watered down, and I'm sure it's going to stop immediately. We are working together with the governors. What we try to do now is to discuss with everybody, because we realize that fighting asymmetric warfare is about communication. If you stay off and people don't know what you're doing, you get into trouble. So we're taking everybody around, we're bringing everybody together to know that they have a responsibility to do, and that's what's giving us the successes.
And is it IPOB that's the problem there, or are there other criminal gangs and even hired political thugs that have taken advantage of the situation? Because IPOB have consistently denied many of the attacks that are credited to them.
Well, listen to the question and listen to the answer that Musa gave. They've taken it back to square one. IPOB and ESN, they are back for your neck. I know the Fulani very, very well. Listen to the question and the answer again, please. Lend me your ears. Lend me your ears, I'm begging you. This is how you understand the caliphate. This is how you understand the Fulani cabal. Lend me your ears and listen to the question and the answer given by Mr. Musa. Lend me your ears. Listen.
Taking everybody around, we're bringing everybody together to know that they have a responsibility to do, and that's what's giving us the successes.
Get ready. Listen.
And is it IPOB that's the problem there, or are there other criminal gangs and even hired political thugs that have taken advantage of the situation? Because IPOB have consistently denied many of the attacks that are credited to them.
Well, they always want to deny it. I mean, basically, but everybody knows, they know it, that they're the ones. It's IPOB and ESN, and again, criminal elements.
Hold it there. Well, they will always want to deny it. They know it. We all know it. It is IPOB and ESN that are responsible, and some criminal elements. Is it IPOB responsible for all the stuff happening in Biafra land? He said they will want to deny it. It is IPOB and ESN. We all know it is IPOB and ESN. You see, they are back to IPOB and they are back to square one. They've taken it back to 2021 June. When they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, people were asking, why did you kidnap him? He said, no, he is the owner, he's the leader, he's the head of IPOB and ESN. IPOB was proscribed by even your own governors. They helped the caliphate. That was the beginning of the issue. The governors, your so-called governors, they proscribed IPOB, an organization. They called it a terrorist group. Your governors, playing to the scripts, playing into the hands of the caliphate. Because whenever your own people speak, the world will listen. That's why when the so-called DOS, Bianca Ojukwu, the wife of Nnamdi Kanu, and the DOS, they came together and they spoke to Finland. Finland had to listen and called Simon Ekpa in for questioning. When your own speak, they will listen. If Nigeria speaks, they ignore Nigeria because they know Nigeria is a crime scene. But when your own people speak, then that conversation is different. But hello, I've got news for you. Kanunta Kanu, I've got news for you. They are back to IPOB and ESN. So the rumor that, Nnamdi Kanu will be released before Christmas. It will be a Christmas gift to the Southeast, as they call us, Southeast. And because of that, everybody has been speaking out, blackmailing Simon Ekpa, with the assumption that when you blackmail him, it means the Fulani cabal will now give the assent and ask Tinubu to, because Tinubu is not the one holding him, it's the cabal. They will now give Tinubu the go-ahead, release Nnamdi Kanu. That's how shallow and stupid our own people they think. You believe the devil. You think playing with the devil means the devil is not your friend? Can't you learn from the Yorubas that signed an MOU with the so-called Mietiala? Till this day, herdsmen are still coming to their land. Till this day, there is a IDP in Yoruba land. To this day, more than 29 people were killed in Yoruba land. When will you guys learn? When will you guys learn? Sometimes I just wonder. These are the people we are trying to save. These are the animals we are trying to give liberation. Is it worth it? This was the same conundrum that Moses found himself. That even when God told him to strike the rock once, he was so angry. With the anger filled in him, he struck the rock twice to bring out water. Unknown to him that he was striking the body of God. But I don't blame him now, because I've seen exactly how our own people they are behaving. Can't they see? Is it not clear? It is like black and white. Can't you see it? Can't you see what they're up to? That now they have gone back to IPOB and ESN. When Simon Ekpa was here, he was saying, no, don't blame IPOB, don't blame ESN. We are the BLA, the Biafra Liberation Army. Call our name. And they were scared. But unfortunately, our own people went to blackmail Simon Ekpa. But today or 4 days, they have come back. The military of Nigeria has come back. The Fulani, they have come back. Musa is back to say, no, the problem is IPOB and ESN. Do not give your Moses and Joshua to Pharaoh. Don't do that. Don't be short-sighted. Don't assume they will release Nnamdi Kanu. I bet my life on it. I know the caliphate very, very well. They don't forgive. That is why since 1966 till 2014, they have not forgiven us for the so-called coup that happened. Kaduna Nziogu, till this day, they've not forgiven us. So if you think they will forgive Nnamdi Kanu, a man who exposed them, a man who delayed their mission to Islamize Nigeria, if you assume they will pardon him and allow him to go, then you're making a big mistake. A man that they went to Kenya to kidnap. They went to Kenya to kidnap him, and you assume that these animals here, you assume they will somehow become born again. This criminal here, you think somehow he'll become born again. This man here, you assume somehow. No, they've told him, yeah, they have Nnamdi Kanu in our custody here, no problem. Simon Ekpa, his people, his foolish people, his stupid people, his own people, they have blackmailed him in Finland. Excellent. Now go back to the script. The script is IPOB and ESN responsible. ESN are the ones that they will blame. Even though we know ESN is no more. But they are the blamed, child. IPOB is also blamed. It is still being proscribed. You are going into a partnership and IPOB is still being proscribed, and somehow you believe it is fair. God, you guys disgust me, man. God have mercy. Take it back. Listen to what this man said. Just listen.
With the arrest of Samuel Ekpa, you can imagine what has gone up.
Listen again.
With the arrest of Samuel Ekpa, you can imagine what has gone up. People are even speaking up in the southeast now for the first time. The stay-at-home thing is now being watered down, and I'm sure it's going to stop immediately. We are working together with the governors. What we try to do now is to discuss with everybody, because we realize that fighting asymmetric warfare is about communication. If you stay off and people don't know what you're doing, you get into trouble. So we're taking everybody around, we're bringing everybody together to know that they have a responsibility to do. And that's what's giving us the successes.
And is it IPOB that's the problem there, or are there other criminal gangs and even hired political thugs that have taken advantage of the situation? Because IPOB have consistently denied many of the attacks that are credited to them.
Well, they always want to deny it. I mean, basically, but everybody knows, they know it, that they're the ones. It's IPOB and ESN, and again, criminal elements. Normally when there's impunity, a lot of acts of criminality, and then criminals take advantage of that. Everybody wants to be part of it, and that's what's happening.
But I mean, insurgent groups tend to want to admit that they've done, claim responsibility. I mean, it gives them power and makes them more feared. So why would IPOB say they're not the ones who are doing it?
Well, probably because of the nature of the individuals that are involved. There's a two different. The one in the northeast, basically most of them are illiterate, not too well learned. The ones in the southeast, so they know the implications of what they are doing, and that's why they want to stay away, because in case they have been arrested, they don't want to be prosecuted. So those are the difference we have. But we know them, and then when they arrest, things are really picking up. And the good thing is that we have a good team. Right from the presidency, the judiciary, the National Assembly, the National Security Advisor, the Ministers of Defense, Minister of State Defense, we are working as a team. And I think that's what's giving us this impetus, because we all know these challenges and we're facing them squarely.
Hold it there. Hold it there. He's calling it out. They told him, how come in this case it is a bit different? They find themselves in a unique situation where IPOB are saying they are not responsible. ESN is saying they have no hand in this thing. How come in other situations, in a different scenarios, they will come out and say they are responsible? Boko Haram will say we are responsible. ISIS, ISWAP, Hamas will come out and say they are responsible. But in this case, IPOB and ESN are saying they're not responsible. Look at what he said in his response. You give a dog a bad name just to hang it. So to those out there who think, oh, let's play a fast one. Let us use 419 on Nigeria. Let us blackmail Simon Ekpa because he's from the old Ebonyi state. We don't see him as somebody who should liberate us. If he's not from Anambra, if he's not from Abia, then he must not be the one to speak. So let us come together and blackmail Simon Ekpa. Let us say he's the killer of his people. Let us say he's responsible for all the atrocities in the southeast. Once we say that, we'll write a petition to Finland. We get the wife of Nnamdi Kanu. We bring in Bianca. We bring in the DOS. All the bodies, all the stakeholders, even Asari Dokubo. We can let him know what is happening. Let us go to Finland and blackmail our brother Simon Ekpa. That way, once they hold him in custody, then perhaps we will now go back to the Fulani CABAL and beg them to release Nnamdi Kanu. Because they have promised us, if we can stop Simon Ekpa, then by Christmas, they will give us a gift by releasing Simon Ekpa. Today, I've got news for you. Nnamdi Kanu is their biggest prize. And now that they have him in their custody, they will not release Nnamdi Kanu. Not even their court, nor any other process will release Nnamdi Kanu. You have gone back to square one. Due to your greed and wickedness for your own people, your own blood, Makobi Wane, for your love of your brother, you blackmail Simon Ekpa. You want to rob Peter to pay Paul. You have done exactly the same thing that the enemies will do against you. You blackmailed your own brother Simon Ekpa with the assumption that the Fulani CABAL, they will now reward you by releasing Nnamdi Kanu. What an absolute nonsense. That tells me how you guys reason. Everywhere you go, they are telling me, bro, don't worry, Nnamdi Kanu, they'll release him by Christmas. I say, are you guys stupid? Do you know who you are dealing with? The caliphate cannot be trusted. Do you know who you are dealing with? They said, no, brother, calm down. Nnamdi Kanu is the main thing. They'll release him. I just wonder, my people. I just wonder. Well, you've heard it from Musa. They are back to square one to blame IPOB and ESN. Now you come out again, please. It's not IPOB. We are hell here. We are an organization. We're not prescribing abroad. Only in Nigeria prescribe us. You are back to square one. You are back to square one. I rest my case, man. Our people are just so lame. Our people are lame. Oyendu said it. Our people are lame. Very, very lame. You are stupid and you are backward. You guys, you are backward. Sometimes I just wonder, why do we even need to help you guys out? Why should we liberate a people that refuse to help themselves? Because he's from the old Ebonyi state. It means he can be the sacrificial lamb. We don't care about Simon Ekpa. Blackmail him. It means the Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2, Python Dance 3 was because of Simon Ekpa, eh? They went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu because of Simon Ekpa, eh? You guys don't reason. You guys don't reason. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. If you say Nnamdi Kanu, oh, make you tell am say, oh, we dey go Biafra, oh, we go meet am for there, oh. If you say Nnamdi Kanu, make you tell am say, oh, we dey go Biafra, oh, we go meet am for there, oh. If you say Nnamdi Kanu, make you tell am say, oh, we dey go Biafra, oh, we go meet am for there, oh. Alo ejimako, alo ejimako, alo ejimako, alo ejimako. When you say Nnamdi Kanu, make you tell am say, oh, we dey go for Biafra, oh, we go meet am for there, oh. When you say Nnamdi Kanu, oh, make you tell am say, oh, we dey go for Biafra, oh, we go meet am for there, oh. Na Simon Ekpa be the man. Na Simon Ekpa dey do am o, ọba tó bíé, ọba tó bíé.